It's finally happened. They've removed Cyberpunk 2077 from the base PlayStation 4.
I am in shock!
I don't even know how this is super major news, but then again, I'm a PC gamer. Games coming to PC and being ported poorly and buggy is kind of par for the course more often than not. So when you see that a game is buggy, you usually think, it'll get fixed later, screw it. Maybe the reason why I don't care that much is probably because my expectations were not that high. I was looking forward to Cyberpunk, but I wasn't like acting as if the game was going to come out and change my life or make 2020 somehow less. My therapist sits there and goes, oh, you look at everything and it's dark sort of light. That's why you're not happy. But it's like, look, that mindset has served me well. Cyberpunk came out. It didn't live up to hype. There are even some things that I don't like about it. And I'm just kind of like, whatever. It is what it is. Cyberpunk is essentially the Batman Arkham Knight of the PlayStation 4. People probably forgot, but Batman Arkham Knight was pulled from Steam and retailers due to the bugs it had. And there was like no ETA when it would come back. Frankly, who knows when Cyberpunk will come back, to be honest, to the base console. And CD Projekt Red has vowed to bring Cyberpunk back to the PlayStation Store as soon as possible in a statement to players. Alright, let's see. Following our discussions with the PlayStation, a decision was made to temporarily suspend the digital distribution of Cyberpunk 2077 in the PlayStation Store. You can still buy a physical version of the game in brick-and-mortar stores online. All purchases of digital and physical copies of the game will continue to receive support and updates as we continue to improve our experience. According to our knowledge, starting today, everyone who was not willing to wait for updates and wants a refund of their digital copy of the game can do so by submitting to PlayStation Store's Cyberpunk refunds. Beep, bop, 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 beep. Updates. The board of Cyberpunk has commented on PlayStation yanking Cyberpunk from the store, and I quote, the decision was undertaken in following discussion with Sony Interactive Entertainment regarding full refunds for gamers who have purchased Cyberpunk 2077 and all copies of the game previously purchased, blah, blah, blah. No, who cares? You know, it is what it is. Honestly, it's definitely CD Projekt Red's fault for even putting it out on the base gen consoles. And we've been down this road before. Remember The Witcher 3? Like, CD Projekt Red's problem is this. They have these grandiose ideas, which are great, because the gaming industry does need creative people really bad right now. But the problem is, Cyberpunk comes up with these great ideas, lofty goals, big worlds, immersion, the whole 9 yards. And then they fucking forget they got to put it on a PlayStation 4 and the Xbox. They did it with The Witcher 3. You can look at the E3 demo and you're just like, oh my God. And then The Witcher 3 compared to the E3 demo is a very big step down. Still a good game, but it's no E3 demo. Then you look at Cyberpunk 2077. I don't even know what the f is going on there when you think about it. When you really think about it, when they're brainstorming, all right, we're doing this, big open worlds. You can have a vagina if you're a man. Okay, I'm feeling it, Terry. Give me the ideas, baby. You know, futuristic, you can mod your body. Cool cars, motorcycles, first-person sex. Yes, more. High graphics. We're going to use ray tracing everywhere. You can ray trace your butthole. Oh my God, you're speaking to the choir. And then someone else comes in the room and goes, hey, how are you going to get it to work on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox? And they're just like, oh, fuck. They're like developing the game. They're like halfway through and someone goes, how are we going to get this to run on the PlayStation? What Cyberpunk should have done was just realistically said, yeah, it can't happen on base gen consoles. Hell, it probably can barely happen on the Xbox X and the PlayStation 4 Pro. They just should have said no. Like, sorry guys, it's not looking too good. We're just going to keep it exclusive to next gen. But then again, on the other hand, if they did that, people go crazy. They would. People just go, put it on anyway, you fucking idiots. That's exactly what would happen. There's no way in hell you can sit here and tell me that most gamers would be rational. None. In fact, you can't even sit here and tell me people would be rational. We live in a day and age with coronavirus, and so many people don't even know how to put a mask on correctly. And you're sitting here telling me, oh, I would be willing to wait for it to come out the next gen. I wouldn't mind if it skipped the PlayStation and the Xbox-based consoles. No, people would riot. They would go absolutely nuts. Even the delays made people lose their balls. Cyberpunk was in between a rock and a hard place, but frankly, if I worked there, if I had any power at fucking CD Projekt Red, and they showed me the muddled mess that was the base console, I would have said, botch it. It's over. Kill it. It's done. It's not coming out on these consoles. And if anyone complains, put out a goddamn video of this thing running like absolute dog shit as a trailer. Then if people continue to complain, give Digital Foundry a copy, because Lord knows people only seem to care what Digital Foundry thinks. Well, long as Digital Foundry sort of reinforces their ideas, their purchase choices, you know, because that's where we are right now as people. I don't see why anyone wouldn't get a refund. If I bought Cyberpunk, right, on a base PlayStation, it was running like shit. I'm looking at this like survey of how many people, blah, blah, blah. Wait till CD Projekt Red fixes it, and then by that time, they would most likely, like, the game would be on discount, you know? It would probably be like $49.99 or $39. Then you get the game and it would run better, but frankly, who are we kidding? It's not going to be anything special on a base console. But that's not what people want to hear. Everybody wants, like, if that's the fucking city, plow my driveway in again, bro, I'm going to scream. To end this never-ending fest that is 2020 and the saga of Cyberpunk, which I think will continuously go on, isn't it sad? Even Fallout 4 wasn't taken off of consoles. CD Projekt Red may face a class action lawsuit over Cyberpunk 2077, according to, the New York Times, and PC Gamer picked up on the story. If you're wondering how significant the Cyberpunk 2077 launch kerfuffle has been, now the New York Times is running features explaining what went wrong with, as they put it, what should have been the biggest video game of the year. Well, they are not wrong there. It should have been the biggest game of the year. It just wasn't. It frankly had too much hype, and CD Projekt Red committed the ultimate sin. When you try to please everyone, you end up pleasing no one. And just to give a perspective, like, frankly, I don't give a damn. Like, Cyberpunk just literally today put out patch 1.4, right? With all these fixes. I'm sitting there like, okay, cool. It'll fix some stuff. Whatever. They changed some stuff with AMD CPUs, but they're like, we didn't change anything to CPUs with more than 12 threads or something. I get on, I play Cyberpunk, bro. Guess what? Now I keep crashing.
Hang on. I gotta question my own now. Why all this, Dex? Why me? Could have had Jackie or T-Buck.
So it ran better for me before the patch. Good God almighty. You know what I did? I just said, turned it off and went on with my day. I do not have time for these shenanigans. I'm not going to get pissed off at it. It is what it is. Someone else can send in a report. And looking to the future, New York Times mentions that lawyers and investors in Warsaw are contemplating a class action lawsuit against the company. Oh, shit.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
It jumped up a notch.
So this wasn't just some sort of clickbaity title. Literally, investors are looking to sue, which is ironic because most likely investors pushed Cyberpunk to release the game earlier than they probably wanted to put it out. But that's the belly of the beast. Also, Cyberpunk stock has taken a huge drop to the point of where I think I might buy some. I mean, may as well. Maybe I'll get lucky and they'll bounce back with, oh yeah, totally. They're definitely going to do another Witcher game. And when that happens, hopefully Cyberpunk, listen to me, leave last-gen consoles to die. If a console cannot keep up, leave it for dead. Do you understand? You can't keep trying to keep these outdated machines in the loop. So if like PlayStation, we're on 5 now, right? I can't remember. So if PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X are on the way out, and you know 6 and Xbox whatever the fuck next is next, leave it. Just go, oh, too bad, and we just don't do it. And also, do not pay any attention to them wacky ass Twitter people. Twitter people do nothing but bitch online. Take it from me, it takes one to know one, but at least I'm not trying to cancel anybody. I'm also not trying to twist your arm and send you death threats like these weirdos. Let's see, they're referring to the possible partner with Polish, I can't even say that word, it's Polish. We are currently analyzing together with the law firm's team and grounds for bringing a class action together of the possibility of committing a crime under Art 286 of the Penal Code misrepresentation in order to obtain financial benefits, I think that's a bit much. I don't think CD Projekt Red decided, all right, we've got all this goodwill. We're now going to fuck it all up on purpose to make monetary gain for a short period of time and then lose it on refunds. That just doesn't make sense. I genuinely think CD Projekt Red literally tried to keep this alive on PlayStation 4 and the base Xbox and couldn't. They really fucked themselves because for some reason they probably didn't want to let their fans down, which I can understand. You know, you sit there and you're like, you don't want to let anybody who's loved you behind, but frankly, anyone that can't understand that you're moving on or you're growing or there's just certain things you can't do isn't really a fan. It's my personal opinion. I'll put it to you like this. David Bowie put out Tin Machines. I hate Tin Machines. Doesn't mean I don't like David Bowie. Prince. I've loved Prince's music since I was a kid. Even my aunt used to beat me to it. Prince has put out some albums I didn't like. There was no point in my life where I was like, that's it, Purple One. We are through. I did not like musicology. That's just not where I'm at. Whatever. I'm talking too much sense. I gotta remember, it's 2020. You don't make sense of the senseless. It's a good way to go insane. Oh, well, if CD Projekt Red gets sued over this, that'll be sad. It would be. I don't think it would destroy the company, but it would cause irreparable damage to their reputation and maybe the whole thing as a whole. Maybe CD Projekt Red would become a shell of its former self and then die an unceremonious, sad, silent death. Who the hell knows? All I know is I can't play the game right now because of that damn patch, and frankly, fuck it. They'll fix it later. If you made it this far, don't worry. A video I've been working on for like 2 days is going to be up soon. I'm just waiting for YouTube to finish reviewing it. And frankly, if they give me a bad review, then I'm going to put up a video that they would definitely not like. Because screw it. If you're going to demonetize me, I may as well put out what I want to.